Hey guys, it's Tashia of A Woman's Voice Matters Dream Team, and it's Face Facts Friday. Now, normally you hear from me regarding second chances. Whether you follow us on IGTV, Facebook, Twitter, or Woman's Voice Matters webpage, I'm the one on Fridays that's talking to those who, when I say second chances, know that I'm not talking sequential, like first then second, or some sort of numerical or chronological order, but simply that between life's plans, somewhere along the line, the inevitable or the unavoidable, unimaginable thing showed up. Issue, situation, circumstance showed up in your life, in between your plans, and it forced you to have to push the reset button on life. And you had to get a fresh start. You had to start over. You had, in some instances, had to walk away from some things. You had to walk away from some people, some relationships. You may even had to walk away from a job. But I just wanted to dive deeply into a discussion today because now, more than ever, you see that the new norms that we have, I believe it's an opportunity for a second chance. I believe everybody at one point in life has experienced a setback in some form or fashion, one way or another. And this is a moment, this is an opportunity to start over, to adapt to the new norms, to have your second chance for the 100th time, maybe. If you're like me, listen. If we can talk, let's talk honest. I'm tired of being in the house, or I'm over quarantine. I'm over COVID, but I can't, you can't, we can't stop here. We can't quit here. We can't let this, the fact that it did not destroy us and it has not torn us down mentally, physically, emotionally, because if we talk honest, like I said, it had the potential to do those things, and it has done those things to some people. But I'm here today just to say to you, commit to continue. Quitting right through here is just not an option, because when you do that, let me tell you what happens when you throw in the towel during these times. You forfeit the reward. And what I mean by that, when you don't endure and see things through, to see why you had to push through, why you had to persevere through some things, COVID, quarantine, lack of work, why you had to press through your family issues, whatever the situation was that you had to come through, and you came through. Repeat after me. If you didn't, guess what? You're coming through. Say this: I'm coming out of this. Okay, so when you believe that, then you will start to gain some sort of understanding that, hey, this did not break me. The best of me will be coming out of this, will be birthed out of this. Know that you're coming out of this greater and better than when you went in. You're coming out of this with stamina, strength, and agility that you didn't even know that you had, because this is new to all of us. So when I say that, resist the urge, or just resist quitting, resist giving up. Commit to continue, because there's something greater on the other side of this. There's a reward on the other side of this. So you can't give up now. You cannot forfeit the right that you've been given to stay in this. You've been kept for this, preserved for this. And know that in your mind, in your psyche, in your Noah, that greater is coming. Greater is here, and it's going to be seen after a while. But guess what? If you quit, you won't see it. Simply put. If you don't commit to continue to see this thing through, like with every other issue, then you will never know what it was that you had to embrace, the lesson that you had to learn. You would never find out or figure out what the reason was that you had to go through this time, or what the reason was that you were afforded the opportunity to be here during this weird time, peculiar time, whatever you want to call this trying time. Just know that you're not in it alone. No one is exempt. Everyone was affected by this. And it was the very thing that built your character, I would call this a character building moment or a growth spurt. Anybody know how a growth spurt hurts and pains? But when you embrace it and you love it and you adapt to it and you just make it work for you. And so I just wanted to get on today. And if I had to say 2 words to you, it would be stay relevant. You can't do that if you quit, if you throw in the towel, if you fold, if you bend, if you break. Now in these times, you won't be relevant. Nobody will know. Even if you do it from a selfish standpoint, I got to see this through because of me, because I need to be here for my community. I need to be here for my home, for my workplace. I need to be here for my children, my grandchildren, whatever the situation you find in yourself. And maybe it was your contract ended and you had to find new employment. Listen, you might have taken out a Parent Plus loan for these kids to go to college and they didn't, or they dropped out, or they didn't finish, and you still paying that back. Divorce. That's not an isolated incident. You may have found that you and your spouse are just not getting along, and we'll be better off if we just go our separate ways. You may had to make the decision of ending your marriage. There was some things that you had to walk away, relationships, whatever it was that you found yourself in. And I just want you to know that it didn't devalue you. It did not. You didn't lose. You're still valuable. You still matter. Listen, this is what you ask yourself. Are you done? I had to talk to myself all the time. Are you done? Are you done feeling sorry for yourself? Now what? Now, how are you going to take this pain, heartache, offense, whatever, and turn it into joy for you? Because the earth just cannot be void of your smile. The earth cannot be void of your witness, of your testimony, and who you are. You may inspire and motivate someone through your comedic moments, or you may just inspire and motivate someone with your words and with your presence. No one should ever come in contact with you and leave the same. That's been my motto. Listen, you can't have a bad day around me. You can't your head hung down around that's me. Chins up. So I say to you today, from A Woman's Voice Matters, stay relevant. Don't quit. You cannot forfeit your right for why you stayed in it this long, because the danger in quitting is you won't get to see the reward. You won't reap the benefits. As the word says, don't get weary in well doing. Stick to it. And I promise you, you're going to thrive in this. You're going to come out of this on top. You're going to come out winning. You're going to come out a success. You're going to come out greater. You're going to come out an example. All right? So listen, I expect to see each and every one of you after this, because you committed to quitting. Committed to continuing and not quitting. You didn't give up. You didn't forfeit your right. You didn't fold and throw in the towel. But you withstood. And for that, I applaud you. Until next time, stay safe.